Hi, this is Rich Lefko reporting for My Mac Magazine at mymac.com, and today we're going to review the Dexum Dual Dock Charger. This is offered from RichardSolo, and this works with all iPods except the iPod Shuffle. So we're going to take this thing out of the box and take a look at it. And take a closer look at the RichardSolo Dual Dock Charger. This comes with power cord, and I like this idea because sometimes it's just a pain to plug your iPod into your computer through your USB port to charge it up. So this will be nice to have a plug-in charger instead of having to plug it into the computer all the time. You know, when you don't have the computer on, times like that will be handy. And it also comes with several of these adapters that fit in these slots in here, and they accommodate the different size iPods that you have. It'd be interesting to see if they're marked somehow that tells you which model iPod goes with which insert, and I don't see that. So it's a guessing game. So you're gonna have to figure out which iPod model fits with which insert. Would have been nice had they been marked. So you get a whole bunch of these things for the different iPod models. Okay, we're back, and I plugged in the power outlet, which plugs into the back here. There's just a little jack here. And I've looked at the different inserts here. Now these inserts, they pop in, and then you press them down, and they're in there pretty tight. Now I haven't been able to really determine which insert works with which iPod. I wish it was easier to get them out. There is a button here. Looks like a button you can push in. Pull it out, but really you need to press it in or pry it up a little bit. Now, if you're going to use a screwdriver to do that, I wouldn't advise that you press against the metal connector here with the power plugged into the thing. So this one looks like it's closer to an iPod Touch, so we're going to stick that one in, and we'll put the power on again, and then we'll plug it in. And you can see the touch came right on. Power feeding through this unit. Now you can't really tell in the light here, but see, this lights up. The area around here lights up, and there's a switch on the side here that it also lights up blue. There's a blue strip along the bottom here that lights up. And there's an on-off switch on the side here, so you can shut that off or leave it on. Depends on, I guess, if you have this in a bedroom or someplace like that where you wouldn't want the light on. So I like the blue light. Let's see, it lights up brighter when you have an iPod plugged into it. And here's a classic. Looks like that might be the insert for the classic, so we'll put that in, plug the classic in, and that works fine. So here's your dual charger with 2 units in place, and the blue light on and the blue light off. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I'm a bit of a nut about keeping my iPods in pristine condition, so every iPod that I own, I have a case for. For me, the true test of whether or not this dock is really functional is, will it charge up my iPod in its case? So we know it will do it without the case. So let's try it with the case. And here we have the bottom part of an iFrog's 2G case. So we're going to take it and try that. And the answer is yes, it works with that case. So for me, that's a big plus, because many of these cases are tough to get your iPod in and out of. And I want to drop it up for a quick charge, but I don't necessarily want to take it out of the case that I have it in. So here's a Mophie case that we just recently reviewed, and works with that too. Now my son's case is much beefier than the other ones, because he's a kid and I'm the dad, and that's what I tell him he's got to have. So if I put his iPod in his case, and we give that a try, and that won't go in. It's too wide, it's too big. So your mileage is going to vary. Some of your cases are going to work and some aren't. I guess the thinner the case, the better shot you have at being able to get it in. And that's important to me. I want to be able to quick charge, and I don't want to have to mess around with pulling it out of the case or not. And you can see the iPod Nano charges without a problem either. I like the Dexum Dual Dock Charger offered by RichardSolo. I think that it's a nice unit, charging 2 iPods at once. I think it's a plus that you don't have to plug it into the computer in order to get it charged. I like the fact that it's on AC. I like the on-off button here, so you can shut off the blue lights in case you don't want those on, depending on where you're charging your iPod. I don't like the inserts. I don't like the way you get them in and out. It's easy, but you still got to pry them in and out of there. And I wish that each one was marked with what iPod it supported. So I don't like that part. I like the fact that I can get it in with the case on. For me, that's a big plus. And this unit retails for $44.95, and I like it. So I would give this a 4 out of 5, and I would suggest that you go out and get one of these if you've got a couple iPods that you need charged. And thanks for watching this MyMac.com, My Mac Magazine video review. This is Rich Lefko, Northeast Bureau Chief for MyMac.com, reporting.